Good morning, everyone. My name is Levitaz. I'm working in the Department of Research and Development. I'm here with Adrian. Adrian will give us a short overview of our new boards. Right now, we're just in the beginning of a very fast and dynamic developing scene of falling. I mean, it's still repeatedly developing and everybody's getting faster and faster every race. And it's great to be part of it with Levitaz. Levitaz is available since April last year. We basically have 3 different foils. We got the element foil. It's a 3-wet foil, perfect for the first step on the foil. It has a wide lift front wing, wide surface lift front wing for low takeoff speeds. Then you can change the front wing to the aspect setup. The aspect gives the intermediate between 3-ride and 3-race foil. It's for advanced bowlers and bowling every day. But today I'm going to talk about our new race setup. We call it Bionic. It's basically the same front wing like the aspect setup, but we developed a special, very, very small rear wing with a longer fuselage. The target was to minimize the surface as much as possible and get the same dynamic stability like with the aspect set. We have here some charts about development. I mean, first of all, you have to consider that water in water. We see that depending on the temperature, the kinematic viscosity is changing very fast. So that means if you drive in 20 degrees of water, fresh water, we have other random example like when you drive now in Austria. In Austria we have around this 4 degrees Celsius and you use the random numbers. So that means it's difficult to find the perfect setup for development. At the next, I'd like to tell you something about the structure mechanics. That is basically what I'm doing. You see here the weaving. It looks really big, but actually the chord length is around 34 millimeters actually. And I did here a layout basically with a typical top layer with very thin carbon fiber layers in 45 degrees direction plus minus. And after this, there starts the reinforcement layers with fiber orientation with 0 degrees for the stiffness of the foil. And you can see here the failure mode. I derived the hook criteria. It's a criteria for evaluation the strength and the tension of the fiber. You can see what cracks first. You have here every layer 1, 2, 3, 4, and you see that the critical area of layer 1 is very in the middle of the foil. This will be here. The first layer will crack here. The second layer will crack in the forward direction, and the third layer will also crack in the middle part of the wing. This was the first attempt. We did some changes and modifications because we saw it's not that easy to build a foil and ride it. You won't get it the first time. We have to do iterations to other setups, modify things, modify fiber orientations, use other type of fibers. That's what you do, and that costs a lot of time and energy, but finally it's development. It's not straightforward, it's development. The next chart I show you is a cross-section of the CFD analysis. This is a section through the foil. In yellow you see the velocity. The velocity is about 27 knots. And hopefully you can see it. I'll move this guy. You see the velocity of the fall is 72 knots. That's
That's pretty good.
Yeah. You may have some problems with cavitation or things like that, but that will be next. You have the velocity, and you see the velocity decreases at the front of the wing, and then accelerates very, very fast to a velocity of 35 knots on the surface. And you can also see the pressure of the wing on the surface. That means you have less pressure on this side and higher pressure on this side. But what means that? That means you have a very fast acceleration of the flow. That's why you need a very, very perfect surface. When you have a little burr or something like this on pinholes, the fall won't work because the acceleration is so fast and the flow will separate at the front of the fall. And this is why everybody know it. You paint the fall, sand it, and be very, very careful with it. And if it's smaller, it's even more important to have a perfect surface of the fall. Maybe Adrian can tell us something about the new boards.
So we added two boards. So product range. Here in my hand I have the EXO. It's a short board. It's 125 centimeters long and 43 wide. This is like, for me, when I'm not racing, this is like my favorite board because it's really light. It has 2.2 kilograms. It's really nice for jumping, narrow turns, and just to have fun with it. You can ride it strapless, well, with 3 straps, one on the back. And the second board, sadly we don't have it here. This is much nicer for air travel. It's like a twin tip. It's a transformer. It's a two-in-one wave foil board with inserts. Here on this one we have rails, but we went on with inserts for the other board because we think it's nicer for wakeboarding, because you also want to use it as a wakeboard, so the rails don't really work good on that. I would recommend a transformer board for a beginner because you will always have the option to go with a wakeboard really easy. It has 3 fins. Yeah, really nice to have a 2-in-1 option. Thank you for your attention.
Alright, so what's you think there's a big difference between the temperature of the water and fresh and salt water? Is that's affecting the speed?
It affects the profile of the glass, the changing with the rail colors. You get less drag when it's colder, and the flow faster separates. It's more difficult to ride in cold water.
You get less drag if it's colder?
You got more drag when it's
More drag is going to happen. Denser.
So how big is the company and how many people are working on the analysis of factor?
On the analysis, we are about 3 persons in the project, and we started it about 2 years ago. And we said, hey, we are really good in doing composites, and so we want to do calculus.
But all of these are results of hydrodynamic testing. Did you do hydrodynamic testing, or how do you get the metrics?
Yes.
You're getting?
Yes, hydrodynamic testing is one thing, but we say, hey, it's pretty difficult to say what is the test and what is the real setup. And so we say, first of all, we have to write it, and if it's good to write, then you can do the checkup with the calculations. And we are planning to do instrumentation of the fall, measure all the forces of the fall. But this will be next.
In a tank test?
Not a tank test, in a real test with a kite.
How do you generate the numbers then?
It's, I can't remember everything, it's I guess, you have to be...
We have sensors on the wing.
Yes, we have sensors on the wing, but we have not done this yet. We're planning to do this. but you have to guess. You can say, hey, we're going upwind like with this speed, and you have this forces and this weight of rudder, and that's it.
You have your GPS data, and this we rely, and then we work with this. But also it's really difficult. You can design the best foil in the world on the computer, but it's not the best foil in the reality. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Real world testing.
The problem is there's no tank that's fast enough, to operate at these speeds. So then what they do is they run in the tank and they extrapolate the Reynolds numbers, and that's voodoo, that's black box.
Yeah.
That's the same problem with those.
Can you explain why you chose that metal for your fuselage rather than carbon?
Because it's stiffer. You get a slimmer design. You have the youngest modulus of steel, and this is higher than when you're using carbon fiber. Carbon fiber has a very good young modulus in fiber direction, but 90 degrees to the fiber direction, the young modulus is very low. And so you can decide whether you want a bending stiffness or torsional stiffness. And we use steel in both directions very stiff. And especially with the long fuselage, you need the whole stiffness of the fuselage.
What's the composition of the board, and aren't you having trouble with pulling the rails out of that lightweight?
No, it's working quite fine. It's made in Italy, and right now we have no problems with that.
And what is the composition? Is it carbon fiber?
Yes.
So, what kind of speeds are racers getting now? Upwind and downwind and angles into the wind?
Say top speeds downwind in the race, they are going 60 kilometers an hour or faster. And upwind, I would say like 40 kilometers an hour. So you can purchase the Levitaz foils on our website, on the online store, on Levitaz.com. All of our foils are made in our own factory in Austria. We overlook every production step, and then we can make your foil ready within 48 hours, and then it goes out to shipment. The other option you have, you can buy them in a shop nearby and take a look, and we have a lot of shops all over the world. We can also test them. New in our product range for 2016 are two boards, the Transformer and the EXO, which will be available in the web shop as well as in the several shops around the world. And another new foil setup we are bringing out is the Bionic setup. It's a race setup, especially for performance and pro riders. So check out our website, Levitaz.com, and you can order directly.